What a class. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the After Yoga class, Reading with Serpent Visionary. And before I do, this is my reading page. I also have a yoga page, Serpent Visionary, both on Instagram and on YouTube. Same handle. One's a yoga, one's a reading page. And it was quite the class today, as I'm celebrating this month, this fiery month continues in August with the pose of frog. Very, very interesting pose, isn't it? Very hippie. Very root and getting in there. It's very sexy as well. You open up the third eye, and then I'm going to show you. As it is the Venus star point in Leo, as I begin the reading, with taking no bullshit, because what's coming at us, there's no room for it. There's no room for tolerating. There's no room for, I should have said yes when I really meant no, and vice versa. It's really standing your ground, putting your foot down if needed, using your voice. But there's a grace about this, not to use it in a point where it is very aggressive so that it's damaged. It's just a stand that we take for ourselves. I'm going to go ahead and flip the images. They were pre-shuffled this morning since I had the time and energy. And I was inspired. And I got up early. I'm really not a morning person at all. Okay. Okay. And as soon as I flip over everything, adjust. Don't. Okay, great. Wow. This is so beautiful. And I'm really seeing a lot of return images these days. You know, out of all the images that can pop up on the table. As we enter this Venus star point, oh boy, there's just so much. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, and then I'll re-show you. Okay? Let's show you what I'm looking at. There's the no bullshit card. And it is pointing towards the east, as anything that comes at us right now, you're like, really, bitch? No. But gracefully, it's more about standing ground. I'm just showing you the images. This is not a typical tarot reading today. It's a lot of oracle. These are tarots, and I'm not showing you them and showing them in any order. Ooh, yes, the devil's here. Fuck yes. Okay, so here goes. As we move into this time of the star, being the brightest in Leo, the strongest day of the summer, it's time to cast. Really be conscious of the words and your thoughts and your feelings that go on within you. This is your time to really, really cut them cords and burn them, not just cut them, burn them. Don't let these last minute things that come at you bring you down, keep spiraling up. Remember, keep standing for self. I love the hands on the hips here, sister. This is a card of listening, being still to listen, which is beautiful in yoga class. because we get to do that stillness in places that stretch us, strengthen us, deepen us, open us, heals us. Especially today, it was very hippie. Though we're in postures in yoga and we're moving deeper, we move sloth mode, so we can really feel and listen. So this practice is beautiful right now. I picked the perfect pose, not even knowing what I know now about the Venus star point. So this is asking of you to really listen and slow the fuck down in the times you can. Keep a little segment for yourself in your day regardless, okay? During these intense times, we just want to be heard. So when people relay messages to you or relay very intimate details to you, they're just wanting to be heard. They're not wanting to be fixed. They're not asking for opinions or advice or what you have to say unless they ask you. Can you please elaborate? I need your opinion. I want. But when they don't say those words, shh, and just listen. Listen good, because it's all in the words that you say. I catch myself. There's some sexy coming in. And you know what? It's time to shine in that sexy. You know, even if you're like not going anywhere, put on one of your beautiful sports bras or lingerie. Invite the feel, become it, embrace it like it's a real lifestyle. I don't mind being in this. This is really nice, this one actually. It's the taking them off. That's the fun part. It's time to spread your wings a little bit here in this day. Be open to it. Be open to the devil here. Be open to it. Look, his companions are like very nonchalantly waiting for you to open that part of self again. A little bit of naughty self, perhaps. Not hurting anyone, especially children or animals. Just having fun, respectfully. I think this fun is going to last till the end of the year. It's just begun. It's just begun. As we've been doing a lot of work, this is a new cycle. If you can think back 8 years ago, where you were 8 years ago at this time, July, August, Leo season mostly, what went down? Holy shit. I do. How could I not? I got the bang out of my fucking life. That car crash was nasty. Think back 4 years ago when it was a halfway point to where we are now. Interesting. I know where I was there too. I had one hell of an ayahuasca ceremony to bring in 2009. So think back 2009 to bring in 2009. Where were you in July, August? So we've been doing a lot of work for the past 8 years and more intensely the last 4. And if you didn't do your work, you're bringing in the past in this beginning cycle. Look, We're going to have remnants. We're going to have residuals. You know, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of a new cycle here with Venus. And look on your chart with Leo and Venus and find out where it is. If you want to know more about it, I left a link on my reading I did for this Venus 5-point star. It was mostly a lover's type reading for singles, but you can interpret it and see it. But there's a link in there that has a very beautiful description of this thing. I honor this particular astrologer because she does it intuitively, not from a book, but just like how a reader would read card, that's how she reads chart and astrology. She's fucking badass. But we've been working a lot. If you notice lately, especially this 4-year cycle with the Venus, our partnerships, what's really dear to our heart, our monies, our abundance, how we live, our lifestyle, it's real temple oriented. So this whole COVID worldwide pandemic doesn't surprise me during this time, because this one right here, this beginning of this Venus star point here is absolutely fucking powerful. I have been tracking this for a while, but I started to feel it intensity during spring, and I didn't know why. I'm not an astrologer. I just found out about the star point, okay? And if any of you have ever had one-on-one readings with me, you'll know what I mean when I say I've been tracking things that happened during this time, especially. And now I understand. Because what I've been feeling, what's been going on through my physical body as a message, just like I had before COVID went down. It was 2019. I kept warning people that I was seeing visions, okay? And I kept it to myself. But what I was seeing in people's readings was this. Busy, 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 busy. Like I get a fucking headache. Oh, they're too busy, busy, busy. Like if they're being productive. And I would look at them, I said, wow, you're too all over the place. No, I have to do this. I have blah, 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 my family, the bills, the money, and I just would look at them, I go, look, what you say is productive is really a distraction, because there's going to come a point where you got to look within yourself, and you're going to not only look in there, something's going to happen and go down that it's just going to be the way it is. And then it happened a year later, and it came down and went, holy shit, I told you. So it's the same thing here. I've been feeling this feeling like I'm gonna explode inside, like when you get fucked really hardcore and you're like squirting everywhere and you're just coming in and your part, it's like really like you let loose like fucking wild animals, and you're like, whoa. That's the devil. That's the David Bowie devil I'm talking about. But you have to surrender. And I don't mean like just sex. When your heart's involved, that even goes a little bit deeper. Because when you really give someone yourself, because there's times where you're just like, there's just sex and you're like, yeah, whatever, but you didn't give yourself. You're just there. Your heart wasn't in it. It was an act, but it was great. But when your heart's in it, it's different, isn't it? So that's the passion I'm talking about that's going to get unleashed here. That's been dormant, that's been washed clean, that's been re-energized, refueled if you're single, refueled, re-energized, everything. It's reigniting. And if you've been in the closet about, this is an energy too, okay? If you've been in a closet about anything, it's going to come out. This is a no bullshit energy here this year. And next year is when we're really going to party with it at that time, that 8-8 portal. Because it's going to technically be the correct numerology 888. This year it was 777. Like, ooh, it's just the beginning, huh? A little tease here. And we've been wanting this renewal. We've been wanting the passion back. We've been, if you are together with someone, it's going to go deeper because you want it, but it's got to be neutral here. It's got to be receptive on both ends. If it's one-sided, it will slowly fall away and it's doomed before the end of the year. It has to fall away. Because this is no bullshitting about our heart space unless you want that. Like if you're someone that checks out, like my page, no, my warriors here don't check out. We work, we stand for, we be for. We're fucking tough mama bears. We're tough love, period. But this is a time where we're gonna just everything's gonna break open, and I've been feeling that, like how I feel in ceremony. And how I feel in ceremony is, it just vibrates really strong and tingles like as an orgasm would, and it goes throughout my whole entire body. I mean, everything's lit up. Everything is on fire. Everything is alive. All the chakras are like boom, especially the root. It's not sexual, it's sensual. This is the power of the medicine snaking within me. You need it, in order for that to happen, you got to surrender though and take it. She works me very pretty deep. So I know the power of that real opening and that love. And when this breaks open, and that's what I've been feeling without the medicine, I'll wake up and I'm like, why do I feel like this? It's so crazy. It's kind of like when a dude wakes up and he has a fucking boner like that, but I'm not a dude and I don't have a boner, and it's not sexual. It's just aroused and ready, and it's so weird. And it's not like how animals are in heat or you get horny. It's not like that. It's beyond that. It's all part of the mix, right? Because it's all part of the mix, but it's beyond that is what I'm saying. And the Gaia, the Pachamama, is going to reward where we could never ever think beyond. Everything's gonna start to get balanced. This is when all those ends are gonna burn that don't belong in this new cycle. And if you choose it, you'll be very, very sorry that you went back to the past. There's a warning here for anyone, because it's still Venus retrograde. So there's a lot of people that are getting some of like that revved up feeling or that momentum to kind of reach out maybe, or talk to you, or maybe they run, something like that. No, if they ran into you, they would turn their back. They would, if it would have to be eye to eye. If you didn't see them, they would probably turn their back and go away, because they're cowards, they're runners. So the runners sometimes can come back home. What you do with that, I don't know. I say burn it, cut the cord and burn it, but it's up to you. There's different situations and it depends. There's things called forgiveness. There's things called that people change and work on themselves, especially after this 4-year range. Take a look at it. See, she's Pachamama. I love her. See, look. I'll show them like that. So this is the card of the listening here. See what you see. This is the card of the listening. There's a little heart-shaped face as well. Heart is what tells you where, because you know what? You want this. Don't spiral down. You can spiral up. This is kind of like, is the glass half full or half empty? Is this spiraling down or is this spiraling up? Up to you. Because when the devil's here, I love the devil. Well, I'll show the cards one more time. But yeah, Pachamama here. And look at the beautiful work we've been doing. And the lotus and the eye. That's an intense fucking eyeball. But it's crowned with the lotus. also, you know, a lot of people, you don't have to uproot the past, you know, to deal with the regress or anything like that. But it's been also a time here of sadness and grief where we're burying our deaths and honoring it. And it's not all emo and crazy. For some people it is. And for some people it gets intense like that. Yeah, and that's what the warning is. Don't go back to the past, as people may come back. And you'll know. Because there is forgiveness. And there is, people can change. And there is, you know, people come together to experience, because the contract is not over or it gets renewed. So there's different situations here. There's either the partner you're with again, it gets stronger, more passionate, it just gets stronger, as this is the beginning of the cycle, or the partnership or the connection does not last till the end of the year, maybe January, February tops. But it's not going to last. Looking at that, it's a warning, because they went to the past. People that go from the person to person to person, didn't do their work. Very codependent behavior. That's how come this bitch right here, she's all, fuck yeah, man, I'm burning this shit. I don't just cut cards, I burn it and give it to my ancestors that I grow. And I stand for the sacred union within myself, for the sacred union in a partner, for the sacred sex in another. That's what this girl's like. You put your work in, because there's a judgment card on this. So all will balance, all will be set free, all will be put to death. This is a no bullshit time, is it? You think Venus is a bullshit planet? Do you know about this planet? It's not livable. And the reading concludes with the Three of Wands here, which I've been seeing a lot in one-on-ones and other live readings I do. So we know what this Venus star point's opening up. Not only the sexiness, the passion, the partnerships, and the partnerships can also be in collabs of what your projects are, with your passion, with your forwardness, with your monies, new jobs, raises, collabs, your entrepreneurship, your ideas, because something has your interest. We're going through a magic gate here. We are leaving the past behind. Get in touch with what it was, to have that heart just torn apart. And as it rebuilds, you're going to turn your back. Most of the people that have anybody coming back are going to turn their backs. Clean up whatever, say whatever, however it goes down, and go forward. Because we're looking at the future here. We're looking at one of the most amazing times to receive, to live our manifestation. A lot of us have been single, a lot of us have done the work. It's coming in big. Just like that feeling, I could feel it right now. And I don't feel it throughout my whole body. I feel it right here. This is where it comes from the bottom of my feet and all concentrates here, like it's gonna break open big. And in order to really get that point in ceremony, it's called Marivi. And I'm like that all night with her. All night. All my ceremonies. That's how beautiful she is to me. Although there are moments in there that are very uncomfortable, just as in life. Oh, but she's given me so much strength. Some hearts are gonna break open. It'll go from the devil to the judgment to the Three of Wands. Remember, the devil's not a bad person. There's serpents there. I like this card. It's really fun. I'm going to show you the images one more time. And then we'll have some messages from the Inner Fucking Peace deck. There's too many. Come on. They're hogging up the table. That's not fair. But yes, the gold. Oh, yeah. YOLO. This says it right here. Oh, wait till you see the flip side. Okay, I'm not going to show you. I'll show you when I flip the camera. But yeah. Beautiful. The gate and this new cycle, what it's bringing. And week by week after class, I'll be tracking the beginning of this cycle. Let me show you the images. The listening card. You can see the heart-shaped face. I'm going to zoom in on the devil card here. Look at the two here. Okay, look at the symbology here. Look at what the ring. Look at this one here. I want his boots. So this is the more female, that's the more masculine. See how very nonchalant they are? Nice little pussies, very muscular, very buffed. It's like, It's time to get into your body, people. Take care of what we have. It's a new beginning. This is like the real, New Year day, you know? Okay. There's a lot of snake energy going on. Ooh, sexy. And there's Bowie right there. Oh, look at his face. It's very draggy. I love this. See this realm here? Very magical. It's going to take our passion. It's going to wake up our passion. It's going to wake a lot of people up for a lot of things. And remember, it started with her. We've been doing lots of work here, everyone. It's going to be acknowledged. Keeping the peace throughout it all. Hanging in there and saying yes. When we don't feel like it, when we had a fucked up day, we did something about it. No complaining. Sometimes we whine and complain. We're good with that, but it doesn't run the show. This. She's one of my main goddesses of the deck. Ready to explode. Okay, moving on. I'm just going to show you this image here. I show you so you can see what you see for yourself and make it more personal to you. There's a lot in this card that I see. And for some, there's a bit of sadness that's going to happen as people part in this new beginning. It's okay. I've been saying that. I've been feeling that. I've been tracking that. Let it emote and really do your work well. To not only cut these motherfucking cords, burn them. And she's messing around. They're burning and they're going, ah. And the ancestors are going, thank you. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for breaking those chains, old paradigms for those that have, holy shit, because it's going to crack open. It's a very sexual card here as well. It's like the examining of the partnerships, the people that you've given your body to in all several ways, not just sexually, or, not like that, but, you have a mind and brain and energy and everything else about your physical body and layers, everything about you. It's going to crack open. Look, ooh, this is juicy. Let me go and zoom in on this dude. This dude's intense. Look at the exhaust. It's like we're ready to fucking go. We're in melt. It's going to come down. Look at that. Defeat for those that opposed you. For you standing strong, going forward, not giving up. Fuck yeah, if you had that energy. I did. Because fuck that. Me. And here we are with this beautiful, beautiful Three of Wands looking out into what we want for our life. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm going to zoom in a little closer here. That's some crazy, some crazy work. Nice geometry here. We're ready to go. We're standing strong. We've done the work. We have our own tools. It's really funny how this lands like right between up his ass or right between his legs. Yes. It's going to kick our ass and forward with no problem at all. This is so beautiful what's coming. Hashtag YOLO. Okay, that says it all. Happy Venus, Star Point. I'm available for readings. Things are getting stirred up. It's gonna get juicy out there if you haven't had a little tease of it yet. Thanks for being with me today. I love what I do. All the info is down below.